Yeah, I play with stereotypes. My job is to make people laugh.
And then they were saying something to me as if I won't understand that it's them, you know?
Yeah. Well,
And
if you're a feminazi, it's weird. My daughter can go out when she's 45, but Alex and I are completely different.
Блядь.
I know that word. After you close the cameras, we will talk business.
Okay.
Εντάξει. You pronounce every letter in every word.
Yes.
Εντάξει. Walking, talking, like this. That's what matters for me. That's what I
think
want.
that's the most nicest statement we had over the past 8 episodes that we've already.
She's always walking in them.
You've always walking in them. Okay, let me hide these and we can go.
Can we start?
Whenever you're ready.
We can start. You know, every time I say, can we start? When we've already started. I don't know why I have this, like...
Well, we're starting now.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
So this is your camera, by the way.
Okay. I'll be looking at you anyway.
Yeah, whatever you want. So today we have Panagiota Dragomir with us.
You call me with my full name. Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
okay. I saw your full name on purpose. Panagiota Haralambous, right?
Panagiota Haralambous is my Cypriot name.
Okay, so what's your Romanian name?
My Romanian surname is Dragomir, the one I use on social.
Dragomir,
yes. And Pan is just short for, Panagiota. So
Panagiota, okay.
it's easier to say.
Okay, so I'm very happy to have you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think when I found out about you first was a couple of years ago, when I think it was the rise of the pandemic of COVID.
Yeah, that's when I started.
You started popping up on my For You page everywhere. Like,
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I don't know if that was annoying.
No, it wasn't, because it was the only thing that everyone was doing, to be honest, scrolling through like TikTok and social media. And regarding of what my classmates said about you was that you literally, one of my friends said to me when I showed her that I'm gonna have a podcast with you today, she told me, oh my god, she literally dragged me through the whole COVID pandemic thing, like in a good way, you know.
Good, I'm glad.
You've made an impact on people. Can you tell us a bit about yourself, what you're doing right now, and
where do I start? Well, it started during the pandemic, the whole thing. I was trying not to go crazy at home. So I just started, the first video was not to be seen by anybody. I just sent it to my friends and family, but they found it hilarious. So, and because I had that weird filter on, they were like, you should post this, blah, blah, blah. And I did not think too much of it because everyone was too busy, trying to stay healthy at that point. So I posted it, and then everything went crazy from there.
And before that, did you have a profession, or were you...
Well, during that time, I was in Forex. I was a content writer.
Okay.
And before that, I was a journalist.
Okay.
And before that, I was in advertising.
So, but what did you study?
I studied media and communication.
Okay, so you are a person that's interested in...
I was usually behind the cameras, though.
Okay. Well, then... Okay, and so now, what are you based on? Do you base yourself as a influencer? Do you base yourself
No, I'm a full-time content creator.
Full-time content creator, and you work with bazillion different companies every day. Like I can't
work
catch
with
up.
many brands. Yeah.
No, I can't catch up. I think you were in the mall a couple of days ago. Then today you were in Lidl. Then before yesterday you were somewhere else.
I am everywhere. Yeah.
No, that's crazy. How do you handle that?
Well, patience, and it's so creative to do all these different projects. I mean, it's tiring sometimes, don't get me wrong, but it's too creative, so it gives me like a boost.
But most of your content is in English. Or okay, how do you... So half of your content is in English, half of your content is in Greek. So you kind of have...
Yeah, I play with stereotypes.
You play with stereotypes.
I like to... apologies. I like to play with stereotypes and like add a little bit of spice to them.
Yeah.
So obviously exaggerating makes certain things even funnier, in my opinion. And I like to like show two different sides, like a contrast. And the easiest and the most creative one, in my opinion, is like British, which is the stereotype is like they're very preppy and very, like very nice and tidy. And then the Cypriot is just crazy. So I thought that was interesting, and that's.
How do you get the accent? I can never change accents.
I think it's a talent that I've always had with accents. I would always like to mimic people and pretend. I played pretend when I was younger all the time, so I would always fake accents and stuff, and it just I'm stuck with it.
I could never. I don't even know what accent I have. It's either
Well, you have a little bit of accent.
Russian.
Well, I don't know if it's Russian or
accent,
Ukrainian
but I do
or.
have a weird accent, to be honest, and I can never figure out what accent because it's not American.
This is Stephanie, by the way. Stephanie, if you see this podcast, you're annoying me. Can I just put this somewhere?
Yeah.
What
if
if
your
your
daughter's
from
gonna be
TikTok,
calling
the
you?
one who keeps texting me all the time?
Stephanie, the makeup artist.
Yes.
Bro, bless her. She's
I
really
love
nice
her
as
so
well. Yeah,
much.
she seems really distant, and people know about her, by the way, because of you. Like because
No.
No. I don't mean because of you.
Because
but
she has like almost 1 million followers on TikTok.
No. I don't mean it's because of you. I mean like you guys kind of mashed together. You guys are like twins. Because exactly like today when I mentioned to my friend about you, she goes like, "Wait, is it that girl that is with Stephanie?" You know?
Yeah.
So they kind of
complete each other.
They kind of complete each other. But I think you make a great great twin.
Well, we do hang out all the time, and she lives really close to my house, so she's at my house most of the time. But I really like Steph. She's so like pure and innocent, and I'm the one who usually bullies her a little bit. Yeah, she's really cool.
So you have a daughter as well?
Yes, I do.
She's 1 year old, I think.
She's a year and a half almost.
How do you find being a mom?
It's beautiful, and I also have anxiety all the time, and I thought it would go away, but apparently it never goes away. It's amazing, really.
Do you spend a lot of time with her, or you're?
I spend as much time as I can because she also started going to school, and my schedule is
really preschool. Oh my god!
Yeah, nursery for
but don't
now.
you think she's a bit too small? Or no, I don't know from what age they take kids to nursery
Well,
school.
usually they go from 4 months old, but I took her when she turned 1.
Okay, yeah.
Because I also wanted her to socialize and learn new things, and because we don't have any friends with kids that for her to be around, so I thought it would be good for her.
Are you the first one from your friend group to have a kid?
Yes, actually, from my closest.
Fun, though,
my closest friends don't have kids.
So, do you have like an important part in your life that kind of maybe integrates with your work, like in a sense? Okay, so for example, because I know that you're a content creator the whole time, like 24/7, and I don't know how do you balance that between.
You don't.
No, but how do you?
No, you do.
I would go crazy. So I don't know how can you balance your private life with your social life. Meanwhile, being a content creator. Meanwhile, I'm for sure people notice you in the streets.
They do.
For sure. So how do
It's
you?
been.
How do you like? And this is Cyprus, and we're small.
Yeah.
We're not big.
We're cousins, basically.
We're
all
cousins,
of us together.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, the content I usually post online is inspired by daily things.
Yeah.
So if my husband Alex does something that is stupid,
Yeah.
and I find it funny, then I can like brainstorm a little bit and turn it into a skit. And I there are private moments that I don't want people to see.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like I feel like my job, because I don't know if it's really a job anymore. My job is to make people laugh.
Yeah.
So I try to find comedy in everyday things.
Yeah.
And while being myself.
Yeah.
I've been told I'm funny. So
you are you are
I'm
funny,
like,
and I
okay.
feel like integrating what happens like in your personal life into like content is also kind of fun because you can relate to it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure other people can relate to it as well that have families and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that's pretty interesting. And do you mostly work with women or men, or is it both?
What do you mean, in like brands?
Yeah,
that I
like
collaborate with?
brands wise, who's most interested in you? Like
Well, usually, my audience is women.
women.
That's why everyone is like simbetheras, because we're all women.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have men texting me like, "We are also followers. You have also simbetheros." And it is true. There is like a small community of simbetheros out there,
Yeah.
but the majority is women. And I
Majority is
love the
women.
fact that most of us are women, because there's so many things like girls can talk about.
Are you a feminist?
I am.
You are a feminist.
Yes.
Do you think? Okay, so
Well,
I've heard.
it depends. My husband, we can argue this a little
We
bit.
can argue,
Because
yeah.
at home, I do like to be treated like a princess.
Yeah.
And a queen.
Yeah.
And Alex will be like, excuse me, like equality, you also need to do this and this and this. But obviously, jokes aside, I
Yeah.
do consider myself to be a feminist.
I don't know. I feel like there's some kind of beef lately, in the whole world. I'm not just saying like between you and others.
Yeah.
Or like there's a whole beef if you should be a feminist or not, and that feminism is bad.
Well,
And
if you're a
that-
feminazi, it's weird.
What
I
if-
mean,
what-
that is
what-
not...
Okay, what do you do to be a feminazi? You go out in the streets and you say women have more power than men and men have no power. I say that sometimes, by the way.
Well,
I
I
say
think
sometimes that men have no power.
maybe the word feminism was drugged through the mud a little bit, but the whole point is equality at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, we just want to have equal rights, equal pay, basic human rights that need to be equal,
Yeah.
regardless if you're a woman, a man, or, whatever. I mean, that's the parts that I personally...
Do you think Cyprus has an issue with that?
I think it's better. I think it's better than what it used to be, but
Yeah.
I still think there's a long way to go.
What about like the understanding of gays, lesbians, and all those different she, her, they, them, and because I feel like in Cyprus people are not educated well enough.
Yeah.
But I feel like again, there's always gonna be people against it, and there's always gonna be people up for it. My personal opinion about this is I support the people that make a certain decision in their life,
Yeah.
and it's their life, they can go with it. But I mean, I have friends, I know people that are like bisexual or gay or lesbian, and I support them. Like,
Well, yeah,
it's their life,
what
and that's
we
like
all
our new reality.
That's what we should all be doing. I mean, it's human rights. It doesn't have to do like what other people do in their private life. It's literally none of my business.
But the older generation
Well, the older you can,
is
I know that we
really
can.
against this.
It's been very difficult to have a discussion with any person of any age that has a different opinion on this subject,
Yeah.
because for me it's human rights, like
yeah. I
end of
agree.
discussion, period. We cannot, of course, there used to be people who don't get it. Hopefully they won't be anymore in the future.
No, I feel like
But-
because your generation now, when it's gonna become the older generation, you guys are gonna be more educated about this, and then generations
Well,
by
yeah, we
generations,
teach
I
our
think it's
kids
gonna
to
go.
love everyone, regardless of their religion, their sexuality, their everything. And that's what I'm trying to like teach my daughter. You should always be kind and like be nice to people. And other than that, it's none of your business. They can believe in whatever they want to believe in.
Yeah.
It does not affect you. It's none of your business. End of story.
Yeah. How do you grow yourself as a person? Do you read books? I don't know. Watch. No.
I don't
Oh my
read
god,
books.
books are my favorite
I
thing in this
don't.
whole entire world.
I don't read books.
Not even one.
It's been ages since I don't even remember the last book I read.
If you're ever going or plan to read a book, read the Michelle Obama's book.
I've heard about that.
Read it. I'm
I've
telling you,
heard
read
about
it. You're
that.
going to see so many insights.
Yeah.
That
I'm more of a
yeah.
visual person, like
So maybe
audio.
you have
Like
to
if
watch
they make a
something.
movie about it, I'll watch the I'll watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so where do you see your personal growth? How do you grow as a person?
Well, through experiences, through whatever life throws at you, like the way you handle difficult situations, the way you like take on challenges, and when you reach the weak points of life and how you grow from that.
Have you had, I don't know, in the past, maybe like a climax point where you were like,
Well,
I'm not doing this anymore?
not really, because I tried to take everything on as a lesson And of course I do go through the, the questioning part, the panicking part, like everyone. But I try to calm myself down and see how can I make the best out of a bad situation.
Yeah.
Something like that. But other than that, I'm also really emotional, so I will go through the crying stage. Like,
because we have the same birthdays. I'm
yes,
also
we have
very
the same
emotional about
birthday.
this.
We're both Pisces, so you know
Literally.
exactly what
Yep.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
oh, I do. Trust me, I do.
And I am a bit dramatic. I mean,
Me too. Same. Literally.
Alex says that I'm the CEO of drama, and I do see it sometimes. But once the storm passes and I'm calm, and then I can make decisions.
Yeah, no. I'm totally the same. What about hate comments?
Well,
Do you have a lot?
I don't, thankfully.
Did you have before?
Very few, to be honest. Like, from when it started, that's why I kept going as well. Like, I felt all this love from people, and I was like, okay, let's do more content. There will always be like a couple of hate comments, whatever. The thing is, what kind of hate comment it is. Like, is it insulting? Is it like trying to be smart? What is it? So in the case of like trying to be smart kind of comment, I always reply with humor if I see it, because sometimes I don't see all of the comments. If it's insulting, then you can be blocked, deleted, goodbye. You don't need to see my content if you don't like it.
Yeah.
But only if it's like really insulting me or someone else.
Okay. So you have blocked people.
Oh yes, I've blocked many
I'm
people.
against blocking. I don't know. I
I
don't know
block
why.
people.
No, I just think, okay, you don't like it, continue looking at my life the way it is, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like whatever people put, I also write hate comments sometimes, but that's when
You do?
I do. I'm gonna be honest, I do. I write hate comments, but
Anastasia.
no, okay.
Andrabo. What?
It's not like I write hate comments, oh, like you're so fat, or like, oh, you're that.
Well,
it's like
hate is different to like
if there's like
criticism.
for example, if there's like a biased opinion on something, or someone's criticizing someone, I'm gonna write my opinion about it. I'm gonna be like, yo, like this is not okay. Like,
well,
you
that's
know.
not hate. That's
Okay, yeah,
you
that's not hate,
replying
but-
to the hate.
And then there's other people. Okay, for example, do you know this new Slavic trend? Sorry. There's just like a song "Мой мармеладный, я не права, попробуй moi." Anyway, everyone's been doing it.
I think so, yeah.
It's like it's a Russian song that everyone's been like whatever, and it's supposed to be so supposedly. Again, I don't think that because it's a Russian song, it's supposed to be a Russian Slavic trend, but
Yeah.
it is. And there was this one American girl who's like famous model in Paris or whatever, and she was on Selling Sunset on Netflix. I don't know if you heard about that show. She was like the girlfriend of like the guy, and then they broke up, and now she's like trying to be whatever she is, you know. And I hate people that show off.
Okay.
And so she's trying to hop on every trend, and I was like, you're not Slavic, you know. And I got so much hate for that.
So only Slavs can use
I
the
mean,
sound?
no, it's not that they can only use the sound, but everyone makes fun
I think it's
of...
because you don't like the girl specifically.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't like the girl specifically, but it's also because people write for fun, you're not Slavic, on the people that are not Slavic, and they're doing that trend, you know?
Okay.
So it's kind of like biased opinions that...
Yeah.
But again, you can
Do you know why
consider-
this is, though? Because you, my friend, are Gen Z. And the Gen Zs don't give a shit about other people's feelings. My sister is Gen Z. I've had this discussion. Yeah, you guys are unfiltered. You don't care. It's
no, to be
crazy.
honest, I think I'm just too upfront. You know? But I would
Sure,
rather
sugar-coated.
be upfront. No, but I would rather be upfront with the person. And if I think, okay, even Boris knows about this. I've had situations with him, for example, okay, because we work and we get frustrated with each other.
Yeah, that's normal.
When he wanted me to know that I'm stupid, he used to tell me that.
It's different between friends.
It goes the opposite. It goes the opposite. That when
Yeah.
I think he's stupid, I'll tell him you're stupid.
You're not stupid, Boris.
No.
You're a
I know he's not stupid, but
yeah,
you know what I mean. I'd rather tell you in the face rather than going like shit talking behind you.
I
Because
guess.
there's so much drama happening because of that. Trust me.
Okay, you know better.
Oh yeah, I do, because I'm in a school that is small and has just no.
You're in Cyprus. Everything is small.
Everyone knows each other. That's what I figured out. And also,
Don't you just love that about Cyprus, though? It's one of the reasons I love Cyprus.
do you like that? Does it help you? Does it?
Yes.
You can't hide anything though. You can't hide
What?
anything from anyone.
No, you can. I mean, you can't have a personal life.
No, yeah, that you can, but people will see you. That cousin will tell the other cousin, that cousin will tell another friend, and then that
Yeah.
friend will come and tell you. No.
I
Like, you
have
know?
a huge family, so this has been my life. What you're explaining right now
Yeah.
has been my life. So I don't know what it's like not to have that.
Yeah. regarding what we're talking about, so we said Cyprus is small and everyone knows each other. Our market is also very small.
It's true.
Do you think you're gonna stay here, and do you think there's room for growth in Cyprus? Do you think Cyprus can develop a music industry, for example? Or
Those
even
are three different questions,
No,
but I'll
I
try
know,
to
but
reply.
I'm like comma. You know?
Well, listen, content creation, for example, is an online thing, right? So
Yes.
if you create content in English, then obviously you have like a much bigger market that you can target. For example, Stephanie's a perfect example because she has almost 1 million followers
On
and
TikTok, right?
yes, and on TikTok, and the majority are not even from Cyprus. People didn't know she
gather,
was
yeah.
Cypriot up until like, I don't know, a couple of years ago. So I don't think that the location you're living in is such a big, issue. The content that you put out there depends on what market you're targeting. For example, my market is Cyprus and maybe Greece because
Is it not
I
English?
speak in,
Also, people know because like
well, sometimes it depends really.
I love
don't
the
know.
accent. I love the
I
accent.
don't do full English videos. Like
Yeah.
only a few. I made just a few like English videos, and they actually they went pretty viral. So I was questioning myself.
Yeah.
Maybe we should change to English, but the majority is Cypriots and Greeks and Cypriots all over the world, right? But they're still Cypriot. So the market for me, it's a bit like more narrowed down maybe compared to someone who is fully international content. But that doesn't mean that if I switch it up to English or if I create an English account, an English speaking account, that I cannot target other countries while being in Cyprus.
Yeah, for us, we're still actually trying to figure it out because we don't know if we're supposed to continue with English or if we're supposed to do in Greek.
English.
like I told you,
my
English.
my humble advice
Don't
would
look at
be
me like that.
my humble advice will be English. Yes,
He
for
doesn't-
what
he-
you're doing.
He doesn't like Greek because he doesn't know Greek, so he doesn't know how to
Well,
edit
it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah,
but you know what?
I understand him. Yeah, but
I was thinking
I'm a
if
proud
I were to
Cypriot.
create a YouTube channel tomorrow, it would be completely different to what I'm usually creating on other platforms. Because on TikTok and Instagram, I've established like a specific following.
Yeah.
You cannot just throw English content at them. Like you can have 1 or 2 videos, maybe depending on the trend or whatever. But if I were to create a YouTube channel, it would be full English all the way.
Yeah. But then, so here's another dilemma. For us, let's say to get more bigger and famous, we need to invite someone from Greece.
Not necessarily.
But there's no one here in Cyprus that has like, okay, except like 2J and maybe 2-3 other people. But
Yeah.
So you've been in a relationship for how many years now?
For a million years.
Like you said 16, as long as I was born.
Yeah.
How-
I've been in a relationship for as long as you've been
That's
alive,
kind of crazy.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Where is my vodka? Boris, put some vodka in my cup.
What do you think is the most like healthy thing in a relationship to maintain it and keep it the way it was, let's say, from the start?
Well, it depends on so many things. First of all, we were kids when we met. Like I was 14 turning 15 and Alex was 16 turning 17. So we're literally kids.
yeah.
And we grew up together basically. I mean, we went through all of the phases of going to school, then going to university, then coming back to Cyprus, finding jobs, living together, the whole thing. And obviously we broke up a million times over the past 16 years.
Yeah.
So I think the most important thing to keep a relationship going is communication.
Yeah.
If he pisses me off, I will make sure he knows why he pissed me off, and he will do the same.
Yeah.
But the thing is not just communicating why you're annoyed, it's actually listening and not just hearing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if he tells me that I've hurt his feelings, I need to take those feelings into account.
Yeah.
Because you don't get to decide if you've hurt me or not. If you
Yeah.
hurt me, you've hurt me. End of story. So going through so many different challenges over the years, I think is what has made us stronger, basically. And he's also my best friend. I mean,
Okay. Well,
of course, there are things that I tell my girlfriends that I don't tell him.
Yeah.
But communication is number one.
I feel like but okay. No, I feel like guys my age are so immature.
You're
I'm
16,
sorry.
of course they are.
Yeah, but they're so like I look at them and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
I remember what that was like.
do you realize it's still funny for them to call from no caller ID?
No, people still do that?
Yes. 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'm gonna tell you a story. 3 weeks ago, I was so you know how this thing with Nicosia and Larnaca, and I have friends in Nicosia, and I was with my friends in Nicosia, and we have this gang in our school. I'm not gonna say which gang.
Okay.
That likes to go out, and they were ringing me from no caller ID, and I answered the phone, and then they were saying something to me as if I won't understand that it's them, you know?
Yeah.
But if you put two and two together, like, why are you
Like,
calling me from no caller ID?
We
Like,
used to do that.
I used to do it when I was 13. I used to do it when I was 12. I admit it, but I don't do it now.
Okay.
I mean, it's not even funny anymore. You know?
I think
it's
it's
not a
kind of
trend.
cute and sad at the same time.
It's like you have nothing to do, bro. But call from
Don't
someone
pick
from
up
no
the
caller
phone,
ID.
Anastasia.
At 12 a.m.
At 12 a.m., don't pick up the
At
phone.
12 a.m.
Sleep.
Did you have a phase where you were like very like jealous, or because okay, I'm a very jealous person, and I'm guessing you are a very jealous person if we have the same birthdays.
Yes.
Oh no!
What is the question?
How do you handle jealousy?
I was a very jealous type. I was a toxic jealous type. Like, I went through the whole like phone checking, spying thing when I
see
was
myself
young.
in you.
When I was your age,
Yeah,
okay?
that's what I do. Yeah.
It took me a very long time and a lot of work with myself to be like, you know what? It doesn't change. Like, if you have anxiety over something, whether it's happening or not, you still have anxiety. So why put yourself in that position? I mean,
Yeah. But I also feel like it comes with trust. You know.
trust issues.
Are your parents together? I mean, if you
No.
no. Have you had trust issues because of that? Because my parents. So I feel like it's every girl dad thing, you know. I feel like a girl needs to have a relationship with her dad, even though they say for girls it's dads, for guys it's mothers. I think something like that.
Really?
Yeah, they say. Like,
I feel like I'm having like a, I don't know, a session with my
isn't
therapist
that,
right
isn't
now.
that true though?
Until a certain point, then it changes.
Okay, so maybe.
So it also switches.
Yeah,
Okay.
so for me it was the same, because my parents divorced, and at some point I felt like I wanted to be with my father until maybe the age of 14,
Yeah.
but he never really like gave me attention, so I kind of gave the fuck up on him.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
I told him personally to fuck off.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I'm more with my mom, but that impacts the way I trust other guys, you know. So that's why I'm really jealous.
I think I get why. I think we're naturally jealous as Pisces, Anastasia.
Really?
I don't mean to burst your bubble. I don't want to blame anyone, but
No,
we are a
that's
bit
fine.
cuckoo, like delulu, or as they say nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that jealous anymore.
Yeah.
If I'm jealous now, I'll do it in a healthier, cuter way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're married and you have a kid, like, you know.
So what? You think if you're married and you have a kid, you don't care?
No, you care. Okay, men will always look at other women and they can always say that the woman is
Girls
pretty.
do the same.
Girls do the same, yeah. Well, I'm at the stage.
The feminist side is
No,
like-
yeah, no, that's true. But I don't know. I'm at the stage where I don't want anything serious, because I know that my brains are going left and right,
Yeah.
left and right. So I'm like, no, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like for you it's different also, because you've stuck with the same person.
I'm stuck with it. I chose this person. I'm not stuck with
I
him.
mean-
I tell him sometimes that I am stuck with him, but just to mess with him.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? After all these years, it's okay to be jealous sometimes because it's cute.
Yeah.
But trust issues, we don't have time for trust issues. We're a team raising a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, trust issues need to stay away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you allow yourself to get so insecure, then your relationship will be eventually affected. It will become toxic. And who
Yeah.
wants that? I mean, we have very good communication. We express our feelings freely. we are 1000% ourselves with each other. And I also mean the shit couples usually share with, like, we have the whole thing there. And you also need to be careful to not make the person feel insecure. You know what I mean? They need the certain attention. We all need the certain attention. So if you have all of the basic ingredients for a healthy relationship, which are very basic, like it's basic, you know, human needs and expectations, then you have the recipe for a healthy relationship, I think.
I mean, also, I think you learn it over the years. I mean, you say you broke up like a bunch of times. You probably learned from your mistakes, and you kind of like reflect on what happens, and then you grow as a person as well.
And you know, the problems were different every time because the problems change with age. Like when we were 14, we would break up because he wouldn't text me back and he wouldn't call me back.
Okay,
and I mean, if he does that now, I'll be like, oh, thank God, I'm too busy today. You know what I mean? Like the problems change with age.
You can't avoid your husband. You
Yeah.
can't avoid your husband.
No, but you know what? Even now, we do take some time alone. Like he has his personal time, and I have my personal time.
Yeah, which is good, I think.
That's why when I will go out partying and clubbing, he's a couch potato. He hates that shit. I will do it with my girlfriends. So we do have separate lives at parts because you cannot lose yourself in a relationship. It's not healthy to be with your boyfriend or your husband 24/7. And like, I mean, that's boring in the long run.
Yeah, I feel like you said he's a couch potato. If the other person is a couch potato and he's not letting you go anywhere, that's where I'm like, yo, this is toxic.
They cannot tell you where to go and what to do. I mean, come on now.
Who are you? Like, what are you doing?
But Alex and I are completely different.
Which is good
like
because
we were actually talking about it, and we both agreed, like, if we met now and he would ask me out, he wouldn't even ask me out. Basically, that's what he said. But we're so different.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be a strict mom?
Yes.
Actually, no way. No, I can't believe that.
My daughter can go out when she's 45. I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm still learning. I don't know.
Okay, what
I know I should be strict with certain things.
Like what? Like education? You think education is important in the future? Oh, ChatGPT and AI.
Gen Z, everyone. This is our future.
Guys, I promise you, it's AIs and ChatGPT.
You can use that to your advantage. You don't have to use that in to replace school.
Boris, how many assignments have you done in the university with ChatGPT so far?
I use it just for help, not for just...
There you go.
But
good
okay,
boy,
it helps
Boris.
you. It helps you. It obviously won't write a whole essay for you for like an A or a B, but it gives you all the information that you're supposed to conduct yourself.
I actually watched an interview with teachers talking about ChatGPT and AI, and what they do is, like, they ask the students to use ChatGPT to write an essay or a story or whatever, and then they take that story and they're like, how can you make this better? How can you make this different? And they turn it into a challenge. So the point is not to replace our basic knowledge with, the robot work. The point is to, like, evolve as people. I use those things. I use AI. I use ChatGPT all the time. It's like, definitely. But I always, because I used to be a content writer, right? So my job was to create content in written form. And when I ask, like, ChatGPT to write something for me, I always tweak it around. I change things. I add things. I remove things. Because I'm trying to improve that.
Sorry, I have to get comfortable.
Make
you can
yourself
get
at
comfortable
home.
as well.
I am very comfortable.
Okay, ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT is going to rule the world. Not ChatGPT, AI.
Yeah.
AI. And also my friend, actually, Mirafora, that was on my podcast before, she's studying medicine right now. She said, in 10, 15 years, robots are going to be operating us, not us.
Really?
Yeah.
That's scary.
I know, that's scary,
That reminds me of WALL-E, the movie. Oh my goodness.
I haven't watched it.
Overweight people floating around.
No, but I think that's the future.
Floating around.
I think that's the future for sure. Things are going to change.
I hope not. It's scary. I don't know. Like, you know what? When I'm used to something, I don't like change very much.
Yeah.
This is why I have my comfort shows. I watch the same shows. I'm obsessed with specific restaurants.
Yeah.
I've been hanging out with the same people. I have the same boyfriend.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's weird. But so I'm not. I like change, but at a very slow pace.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
what you're describing is giving me a teeny tiny panic attack.
Okay, no, we don't want to have a panic attack here, please.
Yeah.
So back to being strict mom.
Yes.
I mean, I'll tell you the things my parents were strict about, and you'll tell me if you think that
Okay.
you're gonna be like that with your. Okay. So that started at the age of 13. If I go out, I have to be back home at 8. Now I'm 16. I have to be back home at 10:30.
Very wise parents. Bravo.
Yeah, no, but like, it kind of annoys me. To be honest, it kind of annoys me. Then, okay, obviously, if I smoke or anything else, I have to tell them about it, which already happened. They found out anyway. Good grades. Don't hide anything. Don't lie. If you lie, then that's. What else are they strict about? They're strict about things like constantly going out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not allowed to constantly go out. I have to, like,
have a balance.
have a balance. Which, to be honest, that was when I was like 13, 14, and I was constantly wanting to go out. Now I'm more like, I want to sleep. I want to be at home. And yeah, I think just generally, like, they want me to be like a normal grown up woman that has like that respects herself and that like loves herself, I guess, and maybe with the boundaries that they have put in throughout my like teenage life.
They sound like healthy boundaries to me.
Healthy.
Yes.
It will annoy the hell out of your daughter. Trust me. When you're going to get to the age of 12, 13, 14, and you're going to be like, no, this is no.
Well, it's not about yes or no. You should explain why. You don't just say no to someone and expect them to be okay with it.
Yeah.
You need to explain, you know what? Like, yes, you can go out, but you have certain like priorities.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's the way you say things, not what you actually say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's different if I tell you, do not sit there.
And
it's different if I say, Anastasia, can you please not sit there? Because I want, I don't know, Boris to sit there today.
Yeah.
Like, it's the way you need to communicate certain things to your child is what has the biggest impact. Like, and obviously not feeling like they're lying all the time. They're hiding something all the time. Because they could not be hiding something, and how are they going to feel like they're in a safe space to tell you if there's something going on?
I feel like that's most of the issues with parents. And regarding it's regarding like smoking, like I think most of the teenagers have like had this issue that parents scare them for telling them that you're smoking. That's why most of the children don't go to their parents saying that I'm smoking and put them on the spot. That's why they hide, and then they find out, and then it's worse, obviously.
I think kids nowadays are just vaping.
No,
is smoking still a thing for you?
I think I don't know. Like vaping, vaping is an issue. To be honest, I think none of those substances are good.
Yeah, obviously.
Especially
Definitely.
orto and weed.
Yeah.
Even though some people are like, oh, it's more healthy for you and for your brain, huh? No, like I don't really understand how is it more healthy for you and your brain.
I haven't done much research around the subject.
Well, when your daughter's gonna grow, you're gonna do
the IQOS thing. I've been a smoker, but I don't know any I don't have any information about the.
Were your parents strict with you?
Well, my mom was like my friend more,
which is great.
Well, she was young when she had me, right? She had me when she was 19. I'm 30 and I have a kid now, and I honestly don't know how she did it. I don't know how it is to be like, imagine you having a kid in 3 years. I mean, it's crazy.
No way.
And she tried to be a strict mom sometimes, but she was much more chilled in certain areas.
Yeah.
She would get upset with things that she shouldn't be getting upset.
Yeah.
But she was chilled with things that she shouldn't be chilled. It was weird. But I wouldn't say, like, I'd never hid anything from her, because I would always feel so guilty. I could not live with that guilt, because I've always had freedom, and I didn't want to feel like I'm taking advantage of that.
Which is good.
So I would always tell her, everything.
Yeah.
And we would also gossip and stuff,
That's cute. Yeah, that's what I have now with my mom. Before, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. We were so bad. We used to fight the whole time. It was hell.
Yeah.
It's for 2 years. It was
Like, see, teenage years are not easy. I was not an easy
You were not an easy kid?
No. I was very don't tell me what to do kind of person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think everyone has that kind of stage.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm in big trouble when my daughter reaches that. And she's a Gen Alpha, so she will be worse than Gen
but
Z.
you will be fine. You will be fine, trust me.
I hope so.
I want to go back a bit about your work and what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have a lot of promotions. I see that. A lot of promotions. Do you fulfill yourself with that, meaning like economy-wise? Like,
What
do you think
mean?
what you're doing now is enough? Like, is it enough for your life? Are you happy with what you're doing? Do you want more?
Well,
do you want less?
the thing with collaborations is that I like to create content that will make people laugh, right?
Yeah.
So whenever I have a collaboration, I try to get inspired from the product, from the brand, and try and make it fun to watch, even if it is a collaboration, like even if it's paid for.
Yeah.
So I always try, and it's very challenging because people know you're getting paid to post that.
Yeah,
people
obviously.
know, like they can see the brand, they can see paid by baby. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, but the point is to still make it fun because TV used to be like that. I remember when I was younger, we would be like, oh my God, I like this ad. Let's watch this ad. When we would actually enjoy watching ads.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of feeling that I'm trying to create when creating sponsored content. And there were times where I've had brands tell me what I need to do exactly, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
2J said the same thing actually.
I will
he
not
had the same
do
issue.
that.
Yeah.
And I've turned like collaborations down. I've actually stopped collaborations in the middle because that is not the point. You either want me because you like my content.
Yeah.
If you want something to be, buy this cup. This cup is the best cup in the world. Like, that is so fake.
Yeah.
I will make fun of ads like that. But I try to be out of the box thinking, creative and whatnot. And so far, yes, I've been very fulfilled. Like, and it's also because I have fun doing it. Like, all of the collaborations I've had, I've been a loyal customer, and that's how they became collaborations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I am trying to trick anybody.
Yeah.
Because, for example, with Kiabi, which is I'm obsessed with it. I'm literally obsessed with this brand. That's how the collaboration started. I went to the store. I bought like tons of stuff. I was super excited, so I shared it online, and they were like, would you be interested in a collaboration? I was like, yes, because I love you guys.
Yeah.
The same thing happens with McDonald's. Who doesn't like McDonald's? Well, many people don't like McDonald's, but I love McDonald's. So it's a blessing, and I'm so grateful for being able to create content and work with brands that I actually like to use.
Yeah. Which makes a lot of sense, because I feel like exactly what you're parallel to what 2J said. Actually, he said that I will never work with a brand that comes and tells me what I have to do.
Yeah,
it's what I propose to do for them and what I feel comfortable with, and I feel like that's what you have to go with. So I fully understand you and totally understand you.
Because most of the time we talk with agencies, not with the brand directly. There are times where you talk with the brand, but most of the times you talk through agencies. And I've had agencies reach out, and I was like, I don't think I'm a good fit for this campaign because my content is this.
Yeah.
And it's a thin line between influencer and content creator, because there is a difference. But it's like a mashup. Yeah. In some people's minds.
Are you scared of, I don't know, wait, I have the word in Russian. See, here's the thing.
I say it in Russian. I know,
I have 5 languages in my brain, and I
That's
think
like
in
me,
one,
I have 3.
I speak in another. What do you want? Блядь.
I know that word.
Okay.
I know that word.
It's, are you scared that people will lose interest in you, and then you will have less and less collaborations?
I cannot foresee the future. Well, it would make me sad if people stopped laughing.
No, not laughing, but I meant like, what if like less and less brands would be interested in you, which means less and less profit in some way.
Yeah.
are you gonna be depressed? What are you gonna do?
Well, I
you
will
have a
be sad,
plan?
obviously, because it's
Yeah.
really. This is what I like to tell. Like, I'm so grateful that I can make a living while creating content,
Yeah.
and this is my life. If this ever stops, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop doing content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I will go back to like my 9 to 5, 9 to 6 job, whatever, because there are bills I need to pay. I have a kid. Like, there's certain things that I need to do. But if you think about it, if the people keep you high and keep engaging with your content, then brands are not leaving.
Yeah.
Because brands come to you because the people come to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is why I think I've said this before, like, the content we create, if people don't like love it and engage with it and actually love the person behind the phone, then what are we even doing?
Yeah.
That's why if you want to start doing content, you should start doing it regardless. I started off with 0 followers. I didn't even know what TikTok was.
No one
But
knew
that
what
didn't
TikTok
stop
was.
me from creating content. And you will eventually find your audience. I didn't do it to find an audience. I did it because I was bored. But, you know, like, people's support and love
Yeah.
can work wonders
Yeah.
for content creators and everyone, basically.
Yeah.
So
Do you feel like you know what you want to do in 5 to 10 years? Or
COVID
where do you want to
taught me
be?
COVID taught me to, like, not have big plans. I have smaller plans. I have no idea, honestly, but I'm so open into whatever, because if you would have told me 2 years ago that in 2 years I would be a full-time content creator and I would be on the Lewis Night Show and I would have my own radio show, I'd be like, girl, you're crazy.
I think you
And my
should-
best
yeah.
friend was actually telling me this 2 years ago. She would be like, Re, why don't you do it full time? I do the Cypriot accent. Why don't you do it full time? I was like, are you crazy? Like, this won't work. And she was like, yes, it will. And it did.
Yeah.
So I cannot know what's going to happen. But I've been flirting with the idea, because people keep telling me this about trying out to do stand-up.
Like stand-up comedy?
People, yes, I've had people ask me to do stand-ups for their weddings.
Are you
and
good with you're good with jokes, right? Aren't you?
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like you are. I mean, you're funny, so
Yeah,
but would you call yourself a comedian? Let's start with that. Cuz Cyprus Smurf is face-to-face comedian.
Yeah.
That's a comedian.
I've never labeled myself in that way. I don't know. Would you say I'm a comedian?
I would think that one of your aspects is comedy.
I know my niche is comedy.
One of your niche is, let's say, the niche comedy is what brings you up
yeah.
somewhat way.
That's it. I'm crazy. I know I have
to be
a
honest,
crazy side.
To be honest, I think
Zero.
okay, what do you position yourself as? Influencer, we have influencer, comedian, marketeer, full-time content creator. What else do we have? Blogger.
It's not just one
Blogger.
thing, though.
That's the thing. So
Everything
you're
you
broad.
described, it's
Yeah.
content.
Yes.
Right? So TV is content. Radio is still content. It's in different forms. So I am a full-time content creator, but I am in the comedy side.
Yeah.
For example, if I were into fashion, we're talking about brands and, like, videos, and I would do the same things,
Yeah.
but for like a different TV show or a different radio show, I would still be a content creator, but with a fashion aspect.
Yeah.
So, and content creators do influence people, obviously.
Which makes sense. To be honest, I think you should be one of the first in Cyprus that will open like a content
idea.
creation courses
Courses.
and make like a school. Yeah.
I could be like the CEO of that school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But people will actually go. Trust me. Okay, maybe you won't have as many as, let's say, schools in Ukraine have or schools in other countries have, because that's actually a thing now.
Yeah, I've heard.
Do you know that in Ukraine there's... Oh, wait, I'm not sure now. You're gonna tell me if that's true or no, that there's like a TikTok... No, not a TikTok house.
Degree.
Yes!
I
Yes!
think it was,
There's a TikTok degree. Do you understand?
I've heard this about, I think it was Ireland or Scotland as well.
That there's literally it happened. When did it happen? It was before the war, right? I think it was before or during the war.
2019, I think.
Yeah, but anyway, that's a thing, and people went, and I think people are still doing that. I don't know if people are still doing that,
Yeah.
but I think that would be a major success. Also because you can get people from Greece to come if you get big.
I don't know if I'm that experienced or...
You're well experienced. How many years have you been on?
Κόρη, εντάξει, I make... You're not experienced. I don't know what skills you should have to be able to do this as a...
It might not be you. You might just be the head and have people under you to do that.
I like the way you think. After you close the cameras, we will talk business.
Okay.
Εντάξει.
Taxi.
Yeah.
How many accents can you do?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just throw them out.
No, but that's so like
Yeah.
can you do all your accents with different sentences?
Okay, the Cypriot, you know the Cypriot.
Yes.
It's very clear. You pronounce every letter in every word.
Yes.
Εντάξει, walking, talking, like this. The Greek is a little bit... you cannot say, for example, certain... you cannot pronounce everything. Κατάλαβες?
Yes.
The voice changes. Like,
Oui.
ναι, the change. I love you very much.
Omidji.
Ομιτζή και 3 LOL. Καλά, εντάξει, το έχεις απογειώσει τώρα. Το έχεις κάνει... Well, the British is just British, really. I mean,
How do you
there's
do
nothing
that?
there.
How do
Yeah,
you
and
do
you
that?
thought, you actually thought I was British?
I did.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were British.
No, darling.
I thought you were like half British. I thought it was a Romanian. What? No, there's no Romanian in this
No.
lady, but
I was
British.
not born or raised in the UK or nothing.
Nothing.
No.
No.
I just fake it, really.
But how do you
Fake
have
it
the
till you
accent?
make it.
No,
I
there's
don't
no-
know. It's like, maybe it's like talent.
Do you have friends that are English?
I studied there for
Okay.
3
Oh
years.
no. So
For
that's
3
not
years, but I've
gonna
had
make
the
a
accent.
difference.
No, excuse me, pardon me. I've had the accent before
Oh,
going to
okay,
the
so
UK,
then it makes
right?
sense. We were in English. Cyprus was an English colony before, so.
No, I'm
Were
not that
we?
old, Anastasia.
No, I know.
Hey, I'm not that old.
I know.
And what other accent? This is my normal
This
speaking.
is your normal.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. This is my normal accent. I don't have an accent. For
You
fuck's
do.
sake, I don't.
You do. It's Russian with a little bit of a Cypriot.
You know, sometimes because I have a lot of Arab friends and Lebanese, I listen to them and I get their accent.
You adapt it. Yeah.
And sometimes I talk like they talk, and I'm scared when I hear it, and I'm like, fuck, am I talking like Lebanese, Arabic, English or
Well,
something?
we
you know?
get influenced by so many things.
Yeah, I think that's one of
And
the
I
main.
forgot the Russian accent. Yeah.
You have the Russian accent as well.
A little bit.
How?
Well, you know what? Well, you're not Russian, but when you when you were talking with your mom
Yeah.
and you talk a little bit like when your friend was here,
Yeah.
when she was talking, it was still like this, but
Yeah.
she's not. So I labeled it as Russian because that's a common thing, but
yeah.
the accent is similar to
Yeah.
your English Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I talk 5 languages. So,
What languages do you speak?
so Greek.
Μιλά μου λίγο.
Μπορώ να σου μιλήσω λίγο, άμα θέλεις. Δεν έχω θέμα εγώ.
Δεν έχεις θέμα.
Όχι, δεν έχω θέμα.
You switched to Cypriot now.
Αλλάζω. Τούτο είναι το θέμα, ότι αλλάζω.
Θέλω να μου μιλήσεις full κυπριακά.
Εντάξει, οκ, δεν έχω θέμα. Οπότε να μιλήσουμε τώρα λίγο και κυπριακά.
Λίγο κυπριακά, ναι.
Το λοιπόν, ξέρω 5 γλώσσες.
Μμμ.
Γαλλικά μαθαίνω τώρα 5 χρόνια και μπορώ να μιλήσω, ας πούμε, να λέμε
Oh mon Dieu,
fluent.
parlez-vous français?
Oui, parler
Oui.
français, oui.
D'accord.
What are you?
Παναγία μου. He threw you under the bus. Yeah. Okay, so, ελληνικά.
Ελληνικά, ρωσικά, ουκρανέζικα. Περίμενε, κάτι έχασαμε.
Σαντανώσαμε τι.
Κάτι έχασαμε, ναι.
Περίμενε ρε.
Αγγλικά,
Αγγλικά.
ελληνικά, ρωσικά,
ρωσικά.
ουκρανέζικα.
Ουκρανέζικα, ουκρανικά, κόρη το σωστό.
Ουκρανικά, το
Ουκρανικά,
ίδιο
ναι.
πράγμα, και γαλλικά.
Και γαλλικά.
Ναι, 5 γλώσσες.
5 γλώσσες, wow.
Και το θέμα είναι ότι σκεφτώ σε μια γλώσσα, μιλάω σε μια άλλη.
I know.
Και
ναι.
ευκαινή μου, οπότε. είναι
Εγώ
λίγο.
πρόσεξα ότι άμα μιλάς όπως τον Κυπρέο που μιλά ελληνικά.
Ναι,
Ακούστηκε λίγο weird.
Ξέρω το.
Τάχα, ας πούμε, ο Κυπρέος θα μιλήσει έτσι, αλλά εντάξει, θα προσπαθήσει να το κρατήσει λίγο. It's really cute.
Thanks. Εσένα αρέσκει σου, by the way, παραπάνω η Ελλάδα ή η Κύπρος? Κύπρος. Εμένα Ελλάδα.
Αλήθεια?
Αθήνα.
Αλήθεια?
Αθήνα,
Εντάξει,
ναι.
περίμενε
Ζωή.
κόρη.
Απλά είναι ζωή.
Ένα ζεις
εκεί.
Αθήνα, δεν μπορώ να ξέρω.
Εντάξει,
Αλλά...
ούτε εγώ, αλλά πρώτο, έχει πάρα πολλά potential η Ελλάδα. Especially in the music industry, because that's what I'm looking out for in the show business. Not anything else. I don't care about politics and stuff like that.
Do you want to sing? Do you want to be a singer?
I definitely don't want to be a singer.
What do you want to do in the music industry?
I want to be like my mom. I want to be a producer. I want to.
She's a producer.
Well, she has a company that. Why are you laughing? Like you're distracting.
Well, I met her, but I didn't ask her.
And
like,
then basically she's a promoter that brings artists to Cyprus. So from any country.
Okay.
So let's say you come to her and you say, I have a private party. I want you to bring
Eleni Foureira.
I want you to bring Eleni Foureira. She will bring you Eleni Foureira. That's how it works. So that's what I want to do.
Just from Greece? Can we go a little bit
global? We can go globally.
Την Beyoncé να μου φέρετε.
Εντάξει, ρε, πόσα λεφτά να τρώει.
Μάνα μου, κατήσου μας.
Να τρώει πάρα πολλά. Αλλά ο αγαπημένος μου momento fuerte.
Αλήθεια?
Ναι.
Oh my god, you're blushing.
Of course I am. It's mente fuerte. Like, how can I not? Εντάξει, το θέμα είναι ότι είναι λίγο 33 χρόνων ο άνθρωπος και έχει φίλοι, οπότε... Ναι. Αλλά ναι, νομίζω πως έχει πολλά potential η Ελλάδα γενικά. Εντάξει, ο Ken λίγο πίσω από εμάς στα technologies.
Okay, δεν το ξέρα.
Yeah, like, again, my friend Mirafora that was here a couple of episodes before, she mentioned how Greece is way behind in everything, and one of the factors that proves that to us is the treno situation.
Yeah. Well, we don't even have trains.
We don't even have trains.
But I understand. I was so upset. Με φορούσαν οι τόποι, να σου το πω κυπριακά. Ήμουν έξαλλη.
Αφού πληρώνουν τόσο πολλά taxes, ας πούμε.
Yeah.
Πού πάει όλα τα λεφτά, ας πούμε. Νομίζω πως...
That is a very good question.
In every country there is corruption.
Yeah.
In every country there's corruption, and I mean we can't deny it.
Yeah.
But in our modern world where robots are being developed to operate us, how can we have trains that can't cross the line? And I know this is the second time I'm talking about this in an episode, but it's just so like traumatic. It is. That I don't know.
I had so many questions when that thing happened. And I haven't been satisfied with the answers yet.
But I still prefer Greece.
That's it. It depends. I mean, the reason I like Cyprus is because I love the culture. And I am Cypriot, first of all.
Yeah.
And I love the people. I believe like we are warm people. Of course, there are cases with assholes and whatnot. Like every country has its weird side. Αλλά πιστεύω ότι the basic values του Κυπρέου, they will be there for you. If something happens, God forbid, and you scream outside, half of Larnaca will be here within 10 minutes.
No, yeah, that's true.
It makes me feel loved and safe. And if you go to the περίπτερο and you start talking with a person, they will start talking to you. If you go στο φούρνο, ας πούμε, it makes me feel everywhere I go, it feels like home.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas in the UK, when I was studying, ας πούμε, οι Εγγλέζοι είναι λίγο πιο distant. Like they like to keep the
French
boundaries.
As well. The French...
I will see my family once a year just for Christmas. No, I have to see them every Sunday. Τι εννοείς? We make souvla. We need... Like, we are loud and we are annoying and we are perfect for it. And I love this for Cyprus.
Yeah.
And call me crazy. I don't care. I don't care. Because my best friend doesn't like Cyprus as much. But I try to see the good side.
No, yeah, obviously, I love Cyprus. I love Cyprus in
Είσαι Κυπρέα, είπαμε μπορείς.
Εντάξει, είμαι Κυπρέα. Αρέσκει μου πάρα πολλά ο Κύπρος. Να μείνω δάμε, να πάω να σπουδάζω σίγουρα, αλλά να έρθω πίσω. 100% να έρθω πίσω δάμε και να δουλεύω και να μείνω δάμε και να κάνω την οικογένειά μου δάμε. Δεν υπάρχει chance να πάω κάπου αλλού.
Yeah.
Αν θέλει ο άντρας να έρθει δάμε.
Γιατί?
Επειδή είναι το σπίτι μου δάμε. Γιατί, επειδή μεγάλωσα δάμε. Έχω μικρό όρφο που είναι 7 χρόνων και οι γονείς μου they're aged enough τώρα, καταλαβαίνεις. Σίγουρα να έρθω δάμε πίσω κάποιος.
Ξέρεις πόσοι έρχονται Κύπρο για να κάνουν μωρό και να μεγαλώσουν τα μωρά τους, διότι ακριβώς είναι πιο μικρή κοινωνία που είναι πάντα καλό να είναι μικρή και στενή κοινωνία και σίγουρα έχει και τα the negatives, right? People might not be as open-minded. People's opinions might be affecting you more than it should. Ενώ σίγουρα έχει και το downside, but at the end of the day, αν πιάσεις τα positives, you have everything.
I agree.
It's Cyprus. Come to Cyprus. We have snow in the winter. We have beautiful beaches. We have like very good nightlife. So many cities. There's so many things you can do.
Habibi, come to Cyprus.
Habibi, come to Cyprus.
Habibi, come to Cyprus. That's what I say. No, I'm definitely coming back. I love the country. Same. I feel like even, okay, we go very often to France and we go very often everywhere else, but wherever I go, I'm always like, I'm going back to Cyprus, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm back to my souvlaki.
The little desert island.
Yeah, that's what I like it. So, to finish off, I always ask this question. I started off with that question, but I'm going to ask it again because I didn't get an answer.
Oh.
What do you want to do in 5 to 10 years?
In 5 to 10
what
years.
would you like? Let's do that. What would be your ideal?
I don't know.
You don't know.
But you know what? Things have been working in such a positive way. Not all the time.
No, obviously, no. There are ups and downs
I
everywhere
just
you go.
trust the process. You know?
You go with the flow.
I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. Now, happiness can be coming from many different things.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I just want to have like my family, my friends, my health, and the basics, basically.
Yeah.
I don't take anything for granted.
Yeah.
Not social media, no job. I don't take anything for granted, but I just want me and my people to be happy and together. That's what matters for me. That's what I
think
want.
that's the most nicest statement we had over the past 8 episodes that we've already recorded. You know what we're doing right now is we're recording because then I'm leaving. You know, so I'm gonna be like 2-week gap. So we have to I'm recording tomorrow morning. And then I'm recording on the 18th, and on the 19th in the morning I'm leaving.
Where are you going?
France. And then he's coming on the 21st.
Oh mon Dieu, you're going to France for Christmas.
He's going to France for Christmas.
Where? Paris?
Monaco.
Monaco.
Yeah. Le baguette.
Oui.
Yeah, that's the only thing he knows how to say in French.
Croissant.
Oh wow, croissant. Well, you're gonna be eating croissants there 24/7, bro. Oui. Okay. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for inviting me, and it has been an honor.
Thank
I've
you for
seen
coming.
your
It's been
work.
an honor for you to come, honestly.
Yes. Γιατί είναι κατάλαβα.
Because me and you compare yourself.
What is there to compare?
You're like celebrity in front of me, so like, you know.
Kori, we all start from somewhere. If we don't support people who are starting now, what are we even doing? And Jermaine Diva, you know what? Like, let's be honest. I've seen your work. I think you have a lot of potential. I've seen your interviews, and any invitation is honoring. I mean, it means like you like what I'm doing, and I appreciate it. And it is an honor, obviously. Stamata. Don't be a Pisces for 5 minutes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we take a picture though?
Yes.
Okay. Can you take a picture?
Let's take a picture.